thought my guys have really been focused since Christmas. We've done a really good job in preparation for both games. North Carolina and Florida State. Florida State, very talented team. Probably an NCAA tournament team, and I just thought our guys were really locked in. We had a quick turnaround here, pretty short prep, and I thought our focus was good. Energy level was great. Certainly Jordan making 7 threes is always big, especially for our team, but I thought we did a lot of good things. The zone was effective for us today. We knew this was a game we were going to play some zone, quite a bit of zone really. We thought we might play some more against North Carolina, didn't. But just a very good performance. Only turned it over 9 times, had 15 assists, made free throws. We played very, very well today.
Questions? Talk about the run there at the end where it's 54-54 with 8:11 to go, and then you just got a couple big baskets and again Roper with a big three there.
Yeah, we just try to convince our guys, just keep playing, stay aggressive. We didn't want them to tighten up at all. Florida State made a couple of good adjustments offensively and started getting the ball into the high post a little bit more against our zone, and that started to become a little bit more of a problem. But I think we just told our guys to stay with it. We liked the way the game was going. We liked the rhythm and pace of the game. We liked the shots we were getting offensively. We thought we were getting good shots even when we weren't scoring. And we just wanted to try to outlast them. And, they're a very talented group. A couple of their guys didn't play quite as well. Certainly Booker off the bench we knew was a very good player, but it's just, when you play some of these teams, they just got so many guys that it's hard to count for all of them. Certainly Sidy for us was outstanding. His energy level and really his toughness, I think, his toughness to win 50-50 balls, to get loose balls on the floor, to protect the paint, that was really good. Certainly his ability to make free throws was significant. So just a very good performance by our team.
What's this win mean for you guys?
It just hopefully helps give the guys a little bit of confidence. That the Alabama game, I think, hurt us a little bit in that because we probably played a little better in some ways, some aspects of the game than showed. We just had a tough night shooting the ball, and obviously still we're in position to win it. And when we lost that game, I think that took a little wind out of our sails, to be honest with you. And so it was good to gut one out in a tight game, possession game, especially when they tied it, as you mentioned. Can go either way. Momentum is shifting to them a little bit. We still bounced back, made plays on both ends, and especially on the offensive end, and won a game.
How nice was to close out a game at the free throw line?
Yeah.
With your defense as well.
Well, it was, because obviously the Alabama game we could have done the same thing. We didn't make some free throws, and in this game you did, and that's part of closing games is guys getting open, being strong with the ball, playing through contact, getting fouled, and then making free throws. And they were aggressive and started fouling a little earlier, and for the most part we did a good job.
Anything wrong with Noko? I know he only played 6 minutes.
No, just he was doing fine, and then he got in some foul trouble. We thought he could play well tonight, and but Sidy was just going so good that you're not going to take him back out. He banged knees on one of the out of bounds plays and really he made a mistake on that out of bounds play. But when he banged knees, I just needed to get him out for a possession or two, and then Sidy started making tough plays and kept making them, so I just kept him in there. It was really nothing Landry did. Landry gave us good minutes. Had 9 points in 23 minutes, and probably would have finished with 12 or 13 if we'd have kept him back in there. But Sidy was doing fine. So it's at this level you need 2 good centers, and we're fortunate that we have 2 guys that are a little bit older and effective in different ways, and they helped our team.
Coach, what about the matchup zone? How effective it was for you?
Yeah, it helped. We just we have some difficulties in terms of size, especially on the perimeter in certain games. We're just not as big, and so there are some times we've had trouble guarding some teams because of that. And so we knew that we would play a good bit of zone in this game. We've worked on a zone all year, and it certainly was reasonably effective today. It helped give us some good possessions. I think they did a much better job maybe in the second half, but it gave us a chance. And I thought one thing that was significant was our guys rebounded out of it, and that was good, because that's something you're always concerned about. But our guys did a good job of fighting for loose balls and rebounding misses.
Brian, you talked about confidence building win. How important is it with this stretch that y'all are in? 7 or 9 games, I guess, depending on how you want to look at it.
It is. I mean, it's really hard, and that's part of the difficulty in playing in this league is, there aren't games that you get to relax and feel like you can play average and win. We have to play well to win games in this league. And so you're going to have a night or two when you don't play as well, and those are going to be hard nights. And there are going to be some nights in this league when you play pretty well and you may not win a game. Like we kind of experienced that at North Carolina. We played pretty well. We had a few bad possessions. We probably had 4 or 5 bad offensive possessions, 4 or 5 bad defensive possessions. But we probably had, 100 possessions, 50 offense and 50 defense that were really, really good. And that's just the challenge of playing in the ACC and playing the quality of team you play, and you have to play well to win.
When Jordan's shooting like he is, does that also take some pressure off of Avery?
I think it does. I think they're guys that are learning to play together. You can tell a little bit they haven't, and they kind of shift back and forth between the 1 and the 2 at times together, and sometimes it really doesn't matter. When sometimes things we do, it doesn't matter who's bringing the ball up, and that helps each other. But certainly, Jordan being there for Avery is a help because he is a little more experienced. He's got a little better burst than Avery. Obviously, Avery's a little stronger, so they're a little bit different types of players. But obviously, when both guys can shoot the ball, which helps us. I mean, they were 9 for 18 together. Obviously, Rope made 7, but Avery can make threes too, and so they're both guys that can shoot it, so they can play well together that way. And I thought they did.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Okay, thanks, guys.